Morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Sorry, I had to mention this S word today just for fun. What I'm going to try to show you is that, my U.S. weather map goes up into central Canada. And at the end of this forecast out almost to September, a little bit of the rain snow line dips into the northern part. So don't worry just yet, but I guess maybe it'll light a fire under you to get some stuff done, because we know what comes in the next few months, and maybe even light a fire under you to enjoy some weather coming up. Look at this. We are sandwiched in between some cloudiness, and we're going to have great weather here generally this week. So clouds off to the east. There's a storm system slow mover to the west, which will eventually get to us. But in the meantime, we start with clear skies in this kind of weather pattern. Cloud up a touch in the afternoon and maybe even an isolated shower. Good morning, Ed Johnson from Waterford, and Cheryl Breger checking in from South Carolina. And Steve Swanson from Midland, good morning to you. And Mary Rensberry had a great weekend in the UP. Great weather, yes. All right, so first thing I want to show you is the big picture. You know, I'm a big picture type of meteorologist, and that's kind of where me and television meteorology drifted apart. One of the first things, and I knew it was happening, is that, in television meteorology, the consultant, or as we like to call them, the insultants, come in and tell you, part your hair to the right or part your hair to the left. No, you're doing this wrong. You should do it this way or whatever. They said, hyper local. Show people their street, even if it's sunny outside. Show people their street. I thought, oh boy, what about the storm coming for the weekend? No. People's street. Let them know you can see their house. So where am I going with this? Big picture. We're going to look at it here on MLive because we can. We don't have insultants yet. So what I'm going to try to show you, this is the mid-level flow, and you're going to see a cutoff low pressure system form as we go toward the weekend. So we're at Wednesday night, now Thursday, and you see that kink in the upper airflow developing out in the Dakotas, and then it becomes a circle in Minnesota by Friday morning. That's a cutoff low pressure system, and it pokes off to the west on Friday. These are slow movers when they do this, and then Saturday it starts to inch toward us, and then Sunday, this is Sunday afternoon, that cutoff center is over the far southwest corner of Michigan. And that means a circulation all around it for most of Michigan. And then we go into Monday morning and look at the circulation centered over, let's say Oakland County. And there's a broad circulation. So what does that do? That circulates showery making air around for several days. And then as we get into Tuesday, that opens up, that closed low, and moves on to the east. So my point being here is what I'm going to try to show you is that a slow-moving circulation of scattered showers will be gradually heading toward us as we head into the weekend, but it could be the second half of the weekend before that gets to us. So, update the weather with me, not just rely on the phone app, because we'll watch this every day. So now this is what the big picture on the European says. And by the way, this is where we get to have a little bit of fun. Okay, so what you're going to look for is you're going to look for these blue lines. The blue lines mean that at 5,000 feet, it's 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees. That's where we start to talk about the rain snow line. You don't see any blue lines when we start off, but you will toward the end in the far north. So this is where our weather fun comes in. I'm sorry. As a meteorologist, I think we all love snow. March and April? No. But Thanksgiving on? Yes. All right, so today we're looking good. We can have an afternoon shower flare up, but not bad. And then we go into Wednesday, same deal. Good looking day. And then Thursday, and a very light wind pattern for this week. So if you have a building project where it's susceptible to wind, this is a great week to do it. That's why I said rip your roof off week, probably. Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And we're going to look at this a little bit closer. But notice as the low starts to cut off over Minnesota, I showed that to you on Friday, then you get this circular pattern of scattered light to moderate showers developing off to our west. And it takes another day or two to get here. Now we're into Saturday afternoon. We'll look at that a little bit closer. Saturday right now looks okay. And then we get to Sunday, and remember that circulation getting closer to us. It'll also need the heating of the day and the instability of the afternoon to really flare up. So we're looking at Sunday afternoon there, and it starts to look cloudy and showery. And then Monday, the same deal. So if I had to give you a general look, I would say Sunday and Monday of next coming. Sunday and Monday start to look showery. Now there's the fun. Do you see the blue lines up at the top of the map? That is, my friends, the rain-snow line. Yes, it's up in Canada. And notice it advances southward as we go to August 24th and 25th. It's not coming here anytime soon. Ron Heffelblauer, how's Saturday for concert in Detroit? Right now, it looks good. It looks warm. I will show you a little closer. So there's next Thursday and Friday. All right, just a little bit closer of a look for people that are asking about the weekend. Still several days out, and there's a storm system around. So we'll have to wait on some more details. But this is Thursday. This is Friday. Friday looks good. By afternoon or evening, maybe some showers flare up in the northern interior parts of northern lower Michigan. This is Saturday. Some folks asking about a dream cruise on Saturday. Wendy Hargraves, funny, his neighbors are ripping their roof off right now. They must listen to you. Yes, hopefully they do. And also tell them that an isolated shower is possible. When you rip off your roof, that's when the isolated shower develops. I know that much. Okay, Classic Cars on Woodward Avenue Saturday looks like a great time right now. Now, this is Sunday afternoon and into evening, and that's why I say I think we call Saturday dry and we call Sunday starting to get showery and lasting into Monday. All right, total precip. Now, remember, this model is William McHale. We're going to wait a little bit on the bring on the snow, okay? We're going to wait. How about December 1st? That wouldn't be bad. How about we design a winter here in Michigan? Best winter in the country, we can call it. We'll go December 1st to March 15th. You know, we'll give winter a little bit either side, early and late, but we'll get rid of it after March 15th and not have it hang on to April 15th or so, and not have it come November 10th or something like that. How would that be? Well, unfortunately, we can't do that. Or I guess I should say fortunately. So total rainfall as we get into Sunday into Monday, you know, you're looking at quarter to half inch large scale. Marie Groot, how about today? Water temp, flag color, taking grandkids. Read my post from yesterday about upwelling. Some spots have cold water, but the water is rebounding. Should be a very nice day. I guess I would say should be a very nice day for, for going to the beach. So we do have some rain coming on late in the weekend. And now let's take a look at the temperatures. Final thing. So we're about 80 degrees today. We're about 77 to 80 tomorrow. Can it get any better than that? Thursday, maybe we inch up to 80 to 85. The Saginaw Valley still running the warmest, it seems. Friday, starting to get pretty warm, 85 plus or minus a few degrees. Saturday, upper 80s, humidity starting to go up. Good summer day on Saturday. Sunday, the showers come in. So touch cooler. Monday, 70s to near 80. Might be a little bit too warm in the forecast if the showers are significant. Michelle Ross, do you think the almanac prediction for heavy winter this year is happening? I'll tell you what, the almanac is just total BS. I don't think they've ever issued a forecast. It's kind of like the flu season forecast. Every year, I've been in the media for 30 years, and they always report on what the CDC predicts for the flu. What do they predict? Every year, it's worse than the last, worse than the last, worse than the last, and the almanac. So, having said that, on Thursday, the National Weather Service, NOAA, they have the best tools for long range forecasting. They could be way off, they could be right on, but they're going to issue their new winter forecasts. They issue forecasts out a year in advance all the time, but every month they update it. Thursday they're going to update it, so I'm going to post on that. One thing we do know is there's a La Nina continuing. This will be the third winter of a La Nina, and they'll probably factor that in. So almanac, snow, nah. So, and you know, we always have to come back to this. Is it 800-pound gorilla or 900-pound gorilla? 800-pound gorilla, I think, in the room. No, that's the elephant in the room. The 800-pound gorilla is global warming. It's going to, over time, and has been, harder to have cold, harsh, snowy winters in Michigan because our winter temperature is warming. Our fall temperature is warming. Our spring temperature is actually cooling just a touch in March and April, and then warming back in May. So with every year, it gets a tiny bit tougher to have a major, long-lasting, severe winter. So there you saw the temperatures. As we get out in the next week, we're into the 80s to near 90 also. So summarize, great weather today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Probably getting showery Sunday into Monday, and back to summer weather for next week. So get out and enjoy it. Get your things done. Get your enjoyment done. Fall will be here before we know it. We're already halfway through August, my friends. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Continue to check mlive.com/weather for any posts if you're interested in the weather, and we appreciate it very much. Take care.